Hello, you're welcome to Geopolitical Blog. Today, our focus will be on the recent increment in the price of petroleum product. And we'll be discussing that alongside the state of the nation, things that are happening in Nigeria at the moment, and a lot that is currently, happening. Nigerians are angry, so much suffering going on. Inflation is all-time high. Food inflation is there, and there's still the menace of insecurity. There's still kidnapping going on. There's still banditry going on. But our focus will be on the price, on the increase in the price of petroleum product. Now, it's no longer news that when the current administration took office in May 29, 2023, the president announced that subsidy is gone. And one is left to wonder if the president didn't do due diligence before announcing the removal of subsidy, because that triggered a lot of things that we are seeing today. The prices of food, the cost of living, everything just went up. And within 18 months, we've seen the increment in the price of petroleum product. Now, the official price in Abuja is 1,013 naira. No, who would ever imagine that one day Nigeria will sell petroleum, or Nigerians will buy petrol at the price of 1,013 naira. Now let's take our minds back to 2012. 2011, 2012, when the Jonathan administration removed the price, says there was no longer subsidy, and the price of petroleum went at 160 or 169 naira per liter, and Nigerians took to the streets. So today we'll be talking about different aspects, because one would want to wonder that those who protested in 2012, most all of them are still alive today, and 160, 1,000, and with inflation at over 40% now, and other things that we will mention in the course of this video, to ask ourselves some very important questions. So first I want to call out those that protested in 2012. What were the motives behind the protest in 2012? Because I don't see any reason why people will protest 160, 169 naira per liter, and then the same people are quiet now that the price of petrol per liter is now over 1,000 naira. Where is Wale Soyinka? Where is Pastor Tunde Bakare? Where is El-Rufai? Where is Dino Melaye? Where is so many of them? So is it that were they fighting for Nigerians, or they were fighting for themselves, or were they just promoting ethnicity and religion as one of the problems confronting Nigeria? Because I see no reason why during Jonathan, Soyinka and the rest of them would take to the streets to protest, and now that we have a Yoruba man there and petrol premium is over 1,000 naira, and these same people are quiet. So does it mean they were just pursuing ethnic agenda, or they were actually fighting for Nigeria? Because these issues are really mind-boggling, and they're really begging for answers. And then let's come down to what is happening at the moment. The hike in petroleum product is not just the petrol now we're talking about, because when this administration came on board, they removed subsidy on electricity. Nigerians are paying through their nose for electricity, and we heard there's going to be withholding tax to come, and there's so many other taxes that are here, and so many increment in a lot of things, but there is no corresponding increase in income, because whether we like it or not, even on paper right now the minimum wage is 70,000. There are still states who cannot pay 70,000. There are still states who cannot even pay the 30,000. Let's tell ourselves the truth. And all civil servants, all Nigerians go to the same market. There's so many private sectors, who pay below the minimum wage, and nothing is done. And the cost of living, and the government is not doing anything about it. And come to think of it, just a few days ago, the former Minister of Transport, former Governor of Rivers State, said that why are Nigerians not protesting? And for everything that happens, there's always a remote cause and immediate cause. The immediate cause of the sufferings of Nigerians now is because subsidy has been removed, like they said, and the cost of living, no subsidy on anything. The government, this free flow of the naira. The government is saying they've allowed the naira to float and all of that. Those are the immediate causes of the problems that we have now. Now, the remote cause of the problem that Nigerians are currently going through started in 2015, and Rotimi Amechi, it's among those that brought in Buhari, where all of this problem started from. So, if you want to trace what is happening now, the role APC is playing in the sufferings of Nigeria, we can trace that to the role played by Amechi in bringing Buhari to power, who turned the nation upside down due to incompetence and what have you. And then, like the president said during the campaign, that he was going to build on the legacy of Buhari. So what we are seeing now is what started in 2015, led by the Amechi and the rest of them. So when he says Nigerians should protest, it's just simply because he is not partaking in the eating that is going on now. So when he says Nigerians should protest, it's just simply saying that his self-interest or personal interest is not accommodated in this administration. So Nigerians can go ahead and protest. And I've heard a lot of Nigerians say, "Oh, the current administration is, is not performing. There's nothing to write home about, and that it will take effect in 2027." And I simply just laugh. For the president or for the APC to go ahead with something like this, it simply means they have something up their sleeves. In 2027, and we have seen in the run-up elections since 2023, up until what happened in Edo, the people are becoming less interested in voting simply because at the end of the day, they've seen that their votes will not count. The presidency controls INEC, they control the police, and you've seen they've repealed the Police Act, now giving the IG extra years in office. That means he's going to take active part in 2027, and the DSS, what have you, the court, the judiciary, everything is now in the hands of the president. That will probably be the strategy that will be used in 2027, because whether you like it or not, there's a growing apathy, in the electoral system. People are now becoming, getting used to the fact that their votes might not count. Look at what happened in Kogi, what happened in Bayelsa, what happened in Imo, what happened in Edo, even in the recently conducted local government elections across the country. You've seen that the vote of the people does not count. Massive rigging, and INEC is scared to live up to its responsibilities. It has to redeem its image over what happened in 2023. So when people say, "Oh, the presidency, they will not get the vote in 2027," your vote probably will not be what the APC would need to remain in power in 2027. So we might just as well get used to it, that the president will do a second thing, even if Nigerians are feeling the pains. And what really bothers me sometimes is when the presidency says, "Oh, the president, what he's doing now will see it in 2 years." What you have started now is bringing inflation. So they are yet to explain to us in clear terms where the current economic policy is leading to. Because what I see is it's leading to abject poverty, abolishing the middle class, and is increasing inflation. I just hope that one day, with the way things are going in Nigeria right now, we will not end up like Zimbabwe, or will not have to end up to decimalize the currency to give it some strength, because Naira is totally losing its strength. Because look at the current exchange rate. It's something that there's nothing to write home about, and a lot is going on in Nigeria. And come to think that those in the political class will say, "Oh, just bear with the president, just bear this," and then, but the presidency, with the way they are spending money and on things, it doesn't show that the presidency is really interested, in really feeling the pain. Because look at recently, the first lady donated 1 billion to a university in Nigeria, and for transparency and accountability, we're not told where the 1 billion will come from. Is it personal donations? Is it coming from government? Is it budgeted for? Is it for my foundation? Who contributed to the foundation? For transparency, I think the first lady owes Nigeria that explanation. Because donating 1 billion, where do you work? And the office of the first lady is not even a constitutionally recognized office. So where would you get 1 billion to donate to university? Now, all of these are just begging for answers. And like I always say, even in countries where there is war, even in Ukraine where there is war, and some countries where there is outright a war going on, we've not seen so much level of impoverishment like we see in Nigeria at the moment, where they say an economic policy. Or is the president doing all of this, to punish Nigerians, or the president is doing all of this to get legitimacy from the World Bank and IMF? Because whether we like it or not, all of these things that we see, floating the currency, removing subsidy on electricity and everything, it's all boils down to the fact, increasing taxes, all boils down to the fact that, it's the president is doing everything to please the IMF and the World Bank at the expense of Nigerians. Nigerians can no longer buy the normal things what they are used to, getting petroleum, food items, even getting the security has now become a very big problem. And so we really don't know where Nigeria is going at the moment. But if you think that all of this will play a very big role in 2027, I just simply laugh, because these will not play any role in 2027. Trust me, because I think they have everything well planned out. So tell us what you think about what is going on in Nigeria. If you think I may have missed anything that you have in mind, you can just simply drop us a comment, or just share and get other people to comment what they think is happening in Nigeria and how we can get out of all of this. And if you think the president has performed, if you think his performance will play any role in 2027, kindly let us know. And please don't forget to share and like this video, and don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, and as well as our WhatsApp channel. Thank you.